a new appreciation of nature and our country since the pandemic, and obviously prior to that. I think there's a new appreciation for our seas, our land, our rivers, our streams, our mountains, our beautiful parks, our beautiful surroundings, our mountains, and that's a very, very good thing. And we have 6 national parks in Ireland, dotted across almost each corner of the country. And obviously the one I'd be quite familiar with would be the Wicklow National Park. And I think the state made a mistake by not buying Lugala House. I mean, Lugala House and 5,000 acres, and it was going for a song essentially. It was a big mistake by the state for not buying it at, I mean 3 or 4 years ago. So it's a pity that didn't happen, because obviously that would have been included in the Wicklow National Park. So I think, I mean, obviously people can still use the avoidance of it, but I think it would have been a huge addition to the Wicklow National Park. And obviously national parks, Minister, are accessible for all sorts of activities in relation to walking, and taking in the outstanding beauty and the biodiversity of national parks, and they're hugely significant to our well-being as humans and as for animals to cohabitate with everybody else. So they're very, very positive, Minister, and I think, as I said from your statement from the outset, it was very, very good, and hopefully things can improve, because there is enormous challenges in relation to not only our national parks but nature as well. And I mean, I know what our TDs have stated about the invasive species. I think rhododendron is a huge issue, particularly around Killarney and other national parks. And you obviously, in order to, curtail that, you have to put resources in, because if it's not curtailed, it will curtail nature. So I'm glad that there's investment being put in relation to that. And I know you did touch on about the European Court of Justice, the number of issues around the special areas of conservation, some of the breaches, and I understand that was from 2019, but obviously that has been addressed to a certain degree, and I think that's welcome again. Just finally, Minister, just in relation to, I mean, I'm quite passionate about these issues around walking trails and waymark walks in Ireland. We have some of the most extensive waymark walks in Ireland, in Europe. A huge amount of people come from all over the world for these waymark walks. They traverse the whole of the country. They go into small villages around Ireland, which most people would probably not go to visit if it wasn't for these walks, and they bring in a huge amount of, I suppose, chances to meet people and villages and experiences that you probably wouldn't normally meet, because if you're in a car and so forth. And I think we should use more our resources and more I suppose making better use of waymark walks in Ireland. I think they're underused. The good thing about Ireland is that most of these waymark walks go through people's land, and there's a good sense of right of way, which is brilliant. That's a really, really, really good thing. But I think they need to be developed more, particularly around certain huts, wilderness huts, which is only very few in Ireland. There's a couple in Ballincroy, a couple in Wicklow National Park. I don't think there's any in the Connemara National Park or the Burren, but I think there needs to be more of them, and they're very eco-friendly. If we could have more of them, people do camp, but obviously if you had these wilderness camps, they're self-sufficient, and I think they're really, really, really good, where people can, sleep the night in a national park. It's a fantastic experience if you can do it. So I think it's very positive, Minister. And finally, Minister, if you can get rid of midges at this time of the year, I'll vote for you for El Presidente.
It's the ticks you want to watch out for.
Oh God, yeah.
Mind the midges.
Yeah. Actually, I meant to say that about ticks.